Good evening, friends, and welcome to yet another very interesting session with Suresh Kochattil ji. Welcome, Suresh ji.
Namaskar.
Yeah, and also in today's session, Rahul Gandhi has asked why Anil Ambani is not in jail after he's named in Epstein files. So this is the latest attack.
Rahul Gandhi is named thrice in the Epstein files. His name appears thrice. Why is Rahul Gandhi not in jail? We should ask him that question, no? Just because Epstein wrote something, I'm not holding a brief for Anil Ambani, let him go to jail or let him go wherever he wants to. I care a damn. But the point is, Rahul Gandhi is named thrice in that place. Why? We all know what Epstein said about Rahul Gandhi in that. Modi's mention he made. He said he was going to meet Benjamin Netanyahu, and President Trump has told him what to do with Benjamin Netanyahu. So they wanted Modi's resignation immediately. The Congress guys, like their spokesperson like Pawan Khera. If you read that, even a class 4 child reads that, he will understand that it is just a reference to Modi's visit to Israel. And Rahul Gandhi wants his resignation. There's so many other people mentioned in that. I mean, let us not dig into history. We all know who was caught at the US airport with drugs, for which he had to be released. And we had to release a convicted criminal who was in an Indian prison in exchange for that. Let us not go into all that. Trump will have all these things with him. Tomorrow he can just draw it out and show it to Rahul Gandhi saying, look, this is what you did when you were here last. So this deep state business, I think I care a damn for them actually. Look at the way, I admire Trump. He went all out at Washington Post and finished them off. He went out all out against BBC and finished them off. Sued them like hell. Now he's going to go after CNN. He bought over TikTok. That is, his associates bought over TikTok. Now that's exactly what it is. I mean, we even here, we allow this nonsense like Caravan to carry all this nonsense. We should shut them down now. Prosecute them under the Official Secrets Act and shut them down for our scroll, this kind of wire. All that kind of nonsense should be stopped. This is what it is. Because just because we give too much of freedom doesn't mean that you can impinge on anybody and accuse everybody of it. There has to be an investigation, and Rahul Gandhi or whoever who leaked that book should be prosecuted under the Official Secrets Act. Be it Penguin or be it General or be it Rahul Gandhi. All need to go to jail.
Yeah, and also Shashi Tharoor's son, he got fired from Washington Post recently.
So happy I was, because there was one, why Shashi Tharoor blocked me on Twitter was that about 6 years ago, I asked him, no, you should write a book. He was talking about writing a book. And I said, you should write, next book should be how to kill your wife without getting caught. And within 5 minutes, he blocked me. And actually, I was in between was Ishan's tweet also somewhere in that. And I was actually responding something there. And Shashi Tharoor blocked me. See, this is what it is. I mean, I had actually spoken extensively on this in Telugu news channels here in Hyderabad. Washington Post was center of the left, more left than center, and they were kind of peddling all kind of fake stuff. Even with the India guys who were sitting here in India, the India correspondent, guy in Ukraine, everywhere, they were peddling the leftist propaganda against Modi government. And look what happened today. They got sacked, and I'm damn happy about it. These guys all should shut down. Actually, Jeff Bezos did a damn good job. I know he's losing millions, 100 billion almost every year. Doesn't matter. But at least he has cleaned up his act. And he's shown these guys the door. And that is what is going to happen. Unfortunately, in our country, as I repeated before, as I said before, the Quint and the Scroll and the Wire and all that nonsense, they need to be also shut down immediately. And that is what needs to happen. Because that is where all your George Soros and Open Society Foundation and all these guys come in. They are the ones who are funding these guys. Every funding that is coming to these publications, even from a normal NEFT transaction or a UPI transaction, needs to be traced. Who are these guys funding these channels? We all know what happened to NewsClick. We all know what they did. We all know what happened to News Minute. We all know what Dhanya Rajendran did. Peddling money around, distributing money around. That needs to be investigated. Go like Trump has gone after Washington Post and finish them off. That is what should be done, because we don't want our country to be sold to China. That is the most important thing.
Yeah, and so why do you think Shashi Tharoor is still sticking to the Congress party? Is it because of the Sunanda Pushkar case or something like that?
Well, I'm not really aware of why he's sticking on, but I think he knows for a fact that if he has to win from Trivandrum, he needs to be with the Congress. Because within Trivandrum town, if you know the town as such, Jaydev, it's basically a Nair Hindu stronghold, Trivandrum. And I come from the same community as Shashi Tharoor. He's also a Nair. But the problem is the moment you go outside Trivandrum towards Vizhinjam and other side, it's a Latin Catholic area. It's always like this that the BJP is leading in Trivandrum, say up to round number 18 or something. And the moment they step out round number 19, 20 outside of 24, 23, 24, the BJP starts losing. Till now, they have only won one constituency in the assembly election in Kerala so far. That was Nemam, long back. O Rajgopalji had won it. Shashi Tharoor knows that his next victory is, yes, he is with Congress, because if he has to win from Trivandrum, that is the only hope in hell that he has. And Congress also realized that very well, that if they remove Shashi Tharoor, he will go to the BJP and contest from there. He might end up losing, but what will happen is that he will create a bigger embarrassment for the Congress. And remember, these were the same guys who literally threw him out from the party, Rahul Gandhi and Mallikarjun Kharge. Today, they had to eat the humble pie. They had to bend before Shashi Tharoor, saying, please come back to the party. And the same Rahul Gandhi and same Mallikarjun Kharge, same Pawan Khera and same Jairam Ramesh had tweeted against Shashi Tharoor. Now, what happened, Mr. Jairam Ramesh? You have to eat, you'll eat the crow now? That is what I want to ask you. Shashi Tharoor knows very well, Jaydev, that if he has to win, and Sunanda Pushkar, I have no idea about it, whether there was proof. Everybody knows that it was not a natural death, that she was killed, yes. But then, who did it, how they did it, is a big mystery till now. Whether Rahul Gandhi is holding some of those proof with him, we don't know. He must be, because that is what he must be using into black. But then he could have blackmailed him when he was contesting as the Congress president against Mallikarjun Kharge. Possibly could have done it at that time. Maybe he felt that Shashi Tharoor was becoming too popular. And they were, remember, in this debate in the Lok Sabha, the first name for the budget, reply to the budget, was Shashi Tharoor. It was not Rahul Gandhi. And Shashi Tharoor had to say he felt embarrassed because he knew that if he spoke, then there'd be nothing left for Rahul Gandhi to speak. Because everybody will compare Shashi Tharoor with Rahul Gandhi, and we know all that. It is like, comparing a professional speaker against a kind of a novice, and Rahul Gandhi will lose out big time. So immediately Shashi Tharoor was so magnanimous. He said, no, let the leader of opposition speak. And that is how Mr. Rahul Gandhi ended up speaking. And every bit of his speech can be challenged. Fake on facts, it can be challenged even by a good amount of research done by any BJP spokesperson. They can easily catch it. Just ask him how much was apples imported during the Congress regime, how much was being charged per kilo, and what was the duty on that. Was soybean oil not imported during the Congress regime? Yes, it was. There's so many other things that were imported during the Congress regime for which US was given huge benefits. I mean, let us not get into it, but there's so many things that the Congress bent before the US. We all know why Nambi Narayan was arrested. We all know who got Nambi Narayan arrested. Let me not get into it. Just get Sri Kumar, the former DG and of Gujarat, and he will tell you he was arrested and he was sent to jail. I don't know whether he's still there in jail now. But these kind of characters wanted to stop India's cryogenic program. They were used by a foreign agency, and they were used with the ruling party elite in Delhi to arrest a great scientist like Nambi Narayanan. This is what these traitors do to this country, traitors in this so-called grand old party in India. And that is what boils me. Really, I get really angry because here was a brilliant scientist, Nambi Narayanan, called a spy, tortured. He was insulted. All for what? Just because somebody sitting in a bungalow in Delhi, being the leading light of that party, was blackmailed by the agency of a particular country and forced to get this person arrested so that India's cryogenic program goes back by 20 years. They thought India will never develop it. We developed it, but our program went back by 20 years. That is what was done. These are the traitors. They need to be investigated for this. It is not Modi who surrendered. It was Manmohan Singh who surrendered to the US. Mr. Rahul Gandhi, you should understand that.
Yeah, and also, Suresh, if you remember, the ex-IPL chairman Lalit Modi is outside India. He made some grave allegations against Shashi Tharoor, if you remember.
Yes. All those are history. I mean, it is there in the footnotes of history. Don't tell me, I mean, nobody is dhood mein dhula hua here. Everybody who has been through that entire rigmarole of stuff, we all know who owned the Kerala IPL team. It was a Benami ownership. Sunanda Pushkar wanted to talk about it. She called a press meet. That press meet never happened because she was killed long before that. She wanted to tell something to the media that actually who owned that team, who's using the Hawala money to bankroll that team. And what happened to the Kerala IPL team after that? After Sunanda Pushkar's death, the team just disappeared. And that itself, you'll get an answer for it as to whether it was a genuine ownership or it was a fake ownership. I'm telling you, I think the BJP is too soft on Rahul Gandhi. What happened to his citizenship issue with the British citizenship? Why is Amit Shah ji not doing anything about it? Why can't we expose him and show that he was a British citizen? Look at the way Himanta Biswa is going after Gaurav Gogoi. Today it has been proved that Gaurav Gogoi's son doesn't have an Indian citizenship. Why? Because I believe his wife surrendered. That is, Gaurav Gogoi's wife surrendered her son's citizenship, saying he is a citizen of another country. Which country? Now that's a question Modi government needs to answer. They need to go hammer and tongs at this so-called first family sitting in New Delhi. And that they need to, National Herald case stuck. The British passport case stuck. Go after them, man. If they get a chance, they had tortured Narendra Modi. They know what they did with him during the Gujarat riots. Okay? I mean, imprisoned Amit Shah. Why doesn't the BJP do it? Why are they so soft on these people? The same people who are walking around after getting a bail under Section 420, 420, and he has the guts to call Prime Minister Narendra Modi a surrender. I mean, this is an ideal. I know people will say it's vendetta. So be it. So be it. Get them, put them in the jail, and that should be done.
Yeah. So now, we have Pakistan is finally going to play India in T20.
They don't have a choice.
So,
Beggars can't be choosers.
yeah. So, what's your take? Do you think BCCI should strongly stop these matches, right? Especially after
They
Operation Sindhu.
let them play. See, let them play. They let them play and defeat Pakistan in the field. That will give me the ultimate kick. Because otherwise they'll say India dar gaya, bhag gaya, and all that kind of nonsense. We should. I mean, I'm all for it. On the field, you show that guts and show that we can fight and finish up Pakistan once and for all. And that's what should be. See, why they came back to play, everybody knows the kind of fines that they were going to get. The fact that they were going to lose 2 points and the entire run rate would have dipped. They knew they had to come back. But the nonsense they came up with was that Shahbaz Sharif spoke to the Sri Lankan Prime Minister and he assured him of support. Where? There was not a statement from Sri Lanka about this. Why would Shahbaz Sharif speak to Sri Lankan president about cricket and say that, you should get India to play in Sri Lanka? Nonsense, man. And UAE gave a letter of support. Where? Which letter? Can we see that letter, Mr. Shahbaz Sharif? All this nonsense, which, that country is a joke, if you ask me. Sometimes I feel Imran Khan is a better joker than Shahbaz Sharif. This guy is terrible. He tells that he spoke to Sri Lankan Prime Minister about India's cricket match with Pakistan. Why would a Sri Lankan Prime Minister bother about all that stuff? As long as his gate collections in Colombo are great, that's it. Period. So this is what it is. I mean, come to think of it, Pakistan had no choice, Jaydev. They are a nation that is broke with a capital B. The nation doesn't have money. The Pakistan Cricket Board would have gone into a tipsy. They don't have got players for the PCL. Nothing would have gone right for them. They knew they had no choice because advertising comes from India. Period. Indian Cricket Board can buy Pakistan, Bangladesh, every other cricket board if they want to. They're so rich. Our IPL can kind of dwarf any other competition in this world. That is what maybe it's not right, but that's the kind of money that goes around. When Sharad Pawar ji used to run ICC, we still dictated terms then. Okay? Jagmohan Dalmia, yes, we dictated terms those days. We will continue to dictate. We will show them that we are the kings, maybe if not the game, at least we are a part of the commercial part of it. That without India, no cricket game will happen. And Pakistan, I don't want to use a word, but BLOOOY, come and play. That's it. They'd better do that because they have no choice. And they will play. And I wish India defeats them because that would be the ultimate, the cream on the top. That literally would be the best thing that would happen to Indian cricket.